Bum, ba, ba, bum. The A-Team song stuck in my head still. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Let's pack a bowl. Hello, 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 gents and ladies. And ladies and gents and ladies. Oh my god, this is some delicious looking fucking weed. My goodness. My good gracious. I gotta show you guys a nug of this shit. I don't even know if you'll be able to fucking see how beautiful this weed is. Go. Let's see if I can get it in the light for you guys. Oh, yeah. That's some very pretty weed. Look at it. It's very purple and orange. Huh? Orange hairs. It's got the purpleness, and it's just frosty as fuck, bro. Frosty as fuck. Thanks, Cloud Massacre, for the 99 centavos. Muchos gracias. A fine specimen of weed there, matey. I guess it makes sense. It's London pound cake. Look at that. Did you smoke a J with the Queen? I'd smoke a J with anybody. Anybody in the world. I don't care how reprehensible or shitty they are. I would smoke a J with them. I have a rule that's like, you know, nobody was ever fucking did harm to the human species by having a beer with another person, you know what I mean? I really feel that way. I feel like no matter how disgusting a person might be, to my personal fucking, you know, whatever, hang-ups, I'd still have a beer with them. I feel like you really find out what a person's about in one-on-one conversation, typically over some food or a beer or a joint. Well, yeah, okay, recovering alcoholics aside, right? I'm just saying, all things being equal, if somebody asked, hey, you want to go get a beer? I'm more likely to say sure than I am to say nah. I'm way more likely to say, why not, than I am to say anything else. Oh my God, it's delicious. This is some beautiful weed. What it do? I mean, getting a beer, you don't even have to get a beer. Just using that as a, oh, super gassy. Super gassy. Ooh, spicy. This face is a face I should never make. I've looked at people like this before. How must that feel? I need to stop it. What if my face got locked like this? And I was like, hey guys, it's me, Paul Zigo. What constitutes this? I don't even know. I know I've looked at my wife this way, though.
What?
This face.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know if it's like confused or jovial. I really don't know how to quantify that face, but I make it a lot. Keep making that face, gonna get stuck that way. Yeah, dude. I used to believe that. Me and my little sister would like always do like the whole like, make faces at each other and get mad at each other for doing it. My mom would straight up tell us, your face is gonna fucking stick like that and you're gonna look like an idiot for the rest of your life. We'd be like, wonder how scared kids get seeing that. Probably pretty scared. I'm scared looking at it.
Your parents really do lie to us a lot.
Oh, hell yeah, they do. Parents are lying sacks of shit. They tell you all kinds of lies. You can do anything you put your mind to. Bullshit. You've lied. You've lied. You've just lied. You've lied to a child. That's parents for you. Yeah, dude. Somebody put this on a pumpkin. Make the Paul's Ego jack-o'-lantern. That's really the only thing that face is good for, is some kind of hideous Halloween thing. But I make that face all the fucking time. The empty face. That's what I used to call it when I was a kid. Used to drive my sister nuts, doing the empty face at her. Did you ever have a weird face you would pull at people?
Not really.
You didn't pull any boogly wooglies at people?
Yeah.
You were a good kid, weren't you?
Not really.
Were you a bad kid?
Like, I don't know. Like, my mom just was very permissive. And, like, I just didn't have to clean my room, really.
That doesn't make you a bad kid. A bad kid would be like if your mom told you to clean your room.
I mean, she kind of did, but she kind of just let me get away with it, too.
Okay, you were kind of a bad kid then. It's okay. I was a piece of shit kid. I was a total piece of shit. I immediately realized what you don't want a kid to realize. And I don't know what you can do to keep a kid from realizing this, but I realized the same thing that you realized. Like, they can't kill me.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to do what they tell me to do. Now, it might make sense to do it sometimes to avoid the hullabaloo. But when it comes right down to it, I don't have to do shit.
I failed some classes.
Me too.
Told my mom I was sick when I didn't want to go to school.
Me too. Oh, God, me too. Yeah, dude. Faking sick when I didn't want to go to school. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I really think I probably would have dropped out of high school or not graduated had it not been for theater. Because that's the only thing that made me even want to get up and go to school. And you couldn't, like, I had seventh period. So it's like final period of the day. And you couldn't just like show up for seventh period.
Yeah.
You had to go. You had to go all day. You had to go for the whole shebang.
I think I did consider dropping out at one point. Like, I looked into it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do. I knew a kid who, our freshman year, he told us this shit, and I didn't even realize it was possible. He was like, as soon as sophomore year comes, I'm getting emancipated, and I'm going to be a truck driver. And we were like, you're barely going to be 16. You're going to drop out of school and go be a truck driver? And guess what dude did? Dropped out of school and went and started driving truck. And that's, to my knowledge, what he probably still does. He just knew what he wanted to do.
And he didn't need no school to learn how to drive a truck.
Nope, didn't need to. Well, I mean, he went to the fucking trucking school.
Yeah, but like he didn't need no math,
Right.
or English, or history, or nothing like that.
And just like I've always envied people like that because I feel like as a 41 plus year old man, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And he was like fucking 15 and he was like, yeah, I'm dropping out next year. You guys won't even see me. We were like, whatever, bro. I'm gonna go drive a truck. Yeah, that's what he did. He was one of those kids too that was having like a rough time in school socially, I think.
Yeah.
So like beyond just not really caring what was going on in the classes, he kind of got made fun of. He was kind of a shorter kid and had a little bit of a lisp.
Yeah.
And so I get the feeling that like we didn't make fun of him. He was my friend. We were chill, but
it's way healthier to be like, fuck the world, I'm gonna go be a truck driver than
it probably fucking made his life way better. Because think about it, dude. A dude like that who knows what he wants to do with his life has to go to this weird social environment where he's made fun of every day and put up with all that bullshit.
have to do a bunch of work that he
Right, a bunch of math, a bunch of bullshit that he's never going to use in his life. Already knows what he wants to do, already has a plan, and a pretty goddamn good one because he did it. You know what I mean? You got to give the guy props. Like, it's not something I ever would have done. My parents had drilled into my head that I was going to college. College. They were desperate for me to go to college because nobody in my family ever went to college. And so they were just desperate for me to be the one that busted the college barrier in my little immediate family. I'm not the only one, I guess, in my entire family that ever went to college. But my immediate family, I was the eldest. I was expected to set the example for all the little girls coming up underneath me. You graduate high school, you go to fucking college. There's a lot of expectation placed on me. And so there's just no way I would have been brave enough to make a decision like that. But there would have been nothing they could have done to stop me. That's the thing, is I didn't know that. I didn't realize that like you could fucking make those decisions even as a younger person. Did your sisters go to college? Yep. Well, 2 out of my 3 sisters, I believe, graduated college. All of my sisters have careers. Well, I guess. I considered like a homemaker a career if that's what you do as a primary action. You're raising children, you're keeping the house, and that's what one of my sisters does. She also graduated. So it's like, what did I study in college? That's one of the problems with college. I never got to study anything. I was doing general ed, which felt just like high school classes. That's one of the reasons why college didn't work for me. I had this idea in my head just based on ignorance because nobody in my family had, in my immediate family had any advice for me about college and what it was going to be like. I had it in my head, fucking A. I'm going to college on a theater scholarship. My life is going to be immersed in learning the theater craft. I'm going to be doing technical theater, behind the scenes shit, costuming, makeup, all the shit. Learning all kinds of different fucking, theatrical styles, studying old theatrical styles. That's what I really thought I was going to be doing. I went to fucking a state college on a full ride theater scholarship. And when I got my list of classes, there was 1 theater adjacent class on it and like 6 fucking Algebra 1, English. I was like, what? Didn't I just do this? Didn't I just finish this? Now I got to do it again. So I didn't study anything in college. Unless you count, general ed, a course of study. Are the ones that went to college in massive college debt? No. Nobody that I know went to a college that would have put you in massive college debt, and nobody that I know lived on campus. That's how you get massive college debt. You go to a prestigious university that charges an insane amount of money, which nobody in my family's ever done that. Most prestigious university that my family's been through is Fresno State, which is it's not a bad university. It's a California State University, so, but it's not like UC Berkeley or, an Ivy League college.
I'm pretty sure that, like, I think when I was looking in Washington State, they said that, like, you had to live on campus your first year unless you had, like, enough college credits to count as a sophomore.
That's so weird because it was totally optional. I remember going over it as an option because my scholarship included a housing stipend if I lived on campus. And so I remember going through the options and weighing my options, like, because my parents lived a town over from the thing I was going to. And so it was like, do I want to fucking make that trek back and forth every day? And I was at that point in my life so completely unprepared to live on my own that I decided to just stay home with my parents while I went to school.
Get real food.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing, is like you get this housing stipend and they put you up on campus and stuff for the scholarship, but that doesn't cover everything that you need. So my parents would have had to been giving me money, and it was just like the idea of like managing money and managing my own, it just wasn't a concept in my head yet. I was not ready. Like, I think I matured, and this is something like that happens there's like a difference between the rate, I guess, that males and females mature sometimes. And I think I was a late bloomer in terms of like adult level maturity. I just wasn't, like, at all. There are some people that just thrive in that environment. They're fucking 18. They just graduated. They go to fucking college. They live on campus. They get in a dorm. They get in they rush a sorority or a fraternity. They're all involved in it, and they just fit into that. And I was not a person. I couldn't figure the system out.
It's definitely not for everyone, for sure.
No, it isn't.
And I think they need to realize that with more kids, that there's no point fucking getting them prepared for college if they're never gonna actually want to do it.
True. How's it going, man? It's going good. Thanks for the $20, bud. Hope your day is good. But yeah, it's interesting to me, the different paths that people took through life. When I look at like my friends from school days, there's no way I could have really guessed what any of them would be up to. You know, if I'd have guessed back then, I would have guessed really wrong, except for maybe one of them. One of them.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, like, one of the expectations I think my friends had is I was going to go straight to college and shit.
Of course, yeah. I think everybody, if you had that kind of a friend group, I didn't. I had a friend group that was like, you know, I knew some of them were probably going to do college. I knew some of them probably weren't. I had a couple of friends that did the trade school route. Like Rodney was a guy that he went to Arizona and took did a tech trade school that allowed him to get a really good paying job down there, at least in the early 2000s, late 90s.
I do feel guilty that my mom, like, drove me around looking at colleges that I never went to.
Why?
I don't know, because she drove like 6 hours for us to go look at this school.
I mean, it was nice of her to do, but you weren't like obligated to go to that school.
Yeah. I guess I drove part of it too, like I had like my driver's ed, so
Yeah.
took over some of it. But...
Yeah, you weren't like, I don't know. It's just not for everybody. The traditional pipeline to it, some people just aren't ready for that or prepared for that or desirous of that at all. Like, if college had engaged me immediately, Like, if I had been like, okay, you've gotten through the bullshit, we've sussed out what you're good and bad at, you've gotten your general ed in high school, which is this is the way it should be. High school and middle school should be about doing that, getting out of the way the broad strokes of your education so that you can find what it is you're interested in and the adjacent fields, start studying that shit. If I had gone to college and immediately been thrown face first into all this crazy theater shit, all of this adjacent stuff, I would have thrived. But because I was just expected to go to a larger and more impersonal fucking high school, just
Some people just ain't fucking ready yet. They don't know what the fuck they want to do at 18.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted it to involve. I knew I wanted, like if I got to choose, I wanted to be on stage or be adjacent to theater in some way. But I had no fucking clue what I wanted to do. And school is very bad at helping kids to figure that out. Figure out, like, okay, here's what you're good at. Here are your options for careers. I never got that. I never had a career counselor. Did you have that kind of thing at high school?
Not really. Like, we kind of did like these like little online things that were like supposed to help us narrow down our careers and stuff.
Yeah, I was never even really talked to by anybody at the school except for my theater teacher about, like, here's what you should do, or here's some options for what you could do given what I know about you. There was just no pipeline for that at all. It was just expected for you to figure that out while paying, out the ass. Or if you're lucky like me, well, I guess not lucky. Like, I had to earn my scholarship, but it was, just a barrier. And it kind of sucks because had I, if I look at it now, I probably would have made a different decision. Like, if I had the brain of Paul, but I could go back in time, I don't fret over it, but I'd probably have just stuck out the shit classes because I know after you get the general ed out of the way, then you're in this kind of shit that is closer to what you want. But I still don't know what I would do with it. I know for a fucking fact, like, one of the things I was thinking about back then when I was younger is, like, being a teacher. You put this brain in that body, I know too much to be a teacher. I know too much about how that fucking whole, like, little coven works, and I don't want to be a part of it, dude. Teaching is bad news from multiple angles, and that really sucks. I'd be one of the yelly teachers. You can't even get away with that shit anymore. You can't be a yelly teacher anymore.
I mean, at least when I went, there was definitely some yelling teachers. But...
Yeah. Like, teachers yelling in class and shit, that would be a fucking... All it would take is one kid to just, like, fucking TikTok it or whatever the fuck, and it's game over for that teacher. I would have been a better teacher back in, like, the 70s or 80s when teachers could, like, give you a backhand. Whoosh! What did you say to me? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I felt like my teachers were pretty harsh. Like, there was a few teachers that gave, like, a whole dressing down to someone in the class.
I mean, there's a difference between, like, a dressing down and a yelling, though. I mean, were they screaming?
Down over the Pledge of Allegiance, though, and dressing down over vaccines.
Oh.
Like, the teacher was an anti-vaxxer. Like,
well, you went to school in fucking Wacky Town.
I guess so.
You did. Like, the fucking Pacific Northwest is beautiful, but it's Wacky Town over there. Like, you had some weird-ass fucking fringy teachers. I had nothing but, like, milquetoast grandma teachers, basically. That's what they were. They were great. Like, I had some really good teachers, but they were all very much, middle-aged women.
I had a male-dominated fucking teaching thing in high school, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, like, social studies teacher, male, English teacher, male, science teacher, male, I think like the video class I did, male.
That's interesting.
Latin teacher, male.
Yeah, that was the complete inverse at my school. There were I would say like 90% female teachers, 10% male. And the male teachers were mostly concentrated in history, and PE. Like they would teach history classes, PE classes. What other male teachers? And the video class, the AV class club was run by a dude, a male teacher. Every other teacher that I can remember of note was a woman. All of them in the same age range, all of them between the ages of like probably 35 and 50. Math teacher was a woman. I remember her. She was really cool. I still remember her. And I actually bumped into her. This is many years ago, but she remembered me. And she was happy to, at the time I was working at the school district. So she was happy to see me gainfully employed and everything, I think. I think she was real worried about me.
Well, it's always math teachers. They're like,
Yeah. He's not getting it. It's like, well.
I got to have one of my math teachers like the last year before she retired, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I had a couple of teachers. I can probably say this teacher's name. That one of my coolest classes and coolest teachers. I had a teacher in grade school named Mrs. Sidlowski, and she was older than the hills, man. She was on her like retirement road, but she was the most fucking like energetic teacher I ever had. It was crazy. She was just so upbeat. She taught us like little phrases in German because that's, I guess, what she was. She had this thick accent, which was so exotic in my shitty little town, you know. You heard two accents in my little town, redneck and Hispanic, you know. And so she had this real thick German accent. She also had this is really cool. My TA, her name was Mrs. Tombaugh. Tombaugh is a very famous name. If you look it up, you're going to find the person who discovered Pluto. I can't remember what his first name was, but his last name is Tombaugh. He was an astrologer or astronomer, sorry. An astronomer and a telescope expert, and he discovered Pluto. So that was really cool. She had tons of pictures of him, and she would do these presentations to the class. But yeah, Mrs. Sidlowski. She's probably long dead now, but she was really a cool teacher. Clyde Tombaugh, there you go, yeah. Yeah. That was my TA's granddad, so really neat.
Do you ever have the baby teacher's baby tour?
Yes, and it broke my fucking heart too. It happened in middle school, and there was a teacher I was fucking in love with. I won't say her last name because I don't want people fucking with her, but she had a perfect last name. Let's just put it that way. And I was in love with her, and she married a dude named Paul.
Yeah.
As if to rub it in my face, and I had to look at his progeny. She brought in her fucking like ultrasounds, you know, through her pregnancy, and we had to do that whole thing. And then brought, like, when she came back, she brought the baby in for us to meet. It's like, the shame, the shame. Was she Italian? She was, yes.
We met one of the male teacher's babies. Like he was like a first or second year teacher, and he ended up having a kid. And like a lot of the girls thought he was cute because he was like the youngest teacher there.
Yep.
He brought in his baby, and everyone had to hold his baby.
Yep. That was the same exact thing, dude. This teacher, like, she took over in the middle of my 7th grade year.
Yeah.
Because my 7th grade teacher was pregnant, and she was a fresh out of college student. She must have been like 23 or some shit. Hot as the day was long. The stems on that thing. No, I was just, you know, it was right at that age.
Yeah.
puberty hit me like a Mack truck, and then all of a sudden I had a hot teacher, and it was just over for me, you know? This is bad news bears. But yeah, I had her through the last half of 7th grade, and I was so fucking excited when I got her for 8th grade. Because after that teacher came back, she ended up being an 8th grade teacher the next year, and I was assigned to her class, and I was like, man, it's fate. Fate. She would she would come into the Starbucks that I worked at. And dude, I shit you not, I'm not the type of guy to be like humming. As a fucking like 25, 26-year-old, she would walk in and I would just shut down. Still, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
One of my teachers was like, people would compare him to like the handsome Squidward meme.
Oh, really?
He had that kind of face.
He was handsome Squidward.
Yeah.
Where's our lighters at?
Alright, let me go get. I know we have a shit ton in the drawer. Go get all of those.
Dude, I'm having so much trouble. There's this the tiniest little breeze. Flies. I'm gonna fucking kill. You're dead. It was like 4. 4 down. It's like 1 or 2 more to go. There's one. Got him. One on my foot. Got you. One over here.
Table boy.
Where?
Right in front of you.
Oh, shit. Wiggled my toe until that one came out. That one was under my foot. And he came out. Oh, missed. These close. I need to get the pistol.
Yeah.
I'm going to order you the pistol. That'll be your weapon. I need the salt pistol. I need to up my arsenal.
I guess it was a good thing that I had so many male teachers, because that's rare for like boys to be able to have positive role models in school. They're normally women dominated.
Yeah, I guess. What about you, though?
I mean, there were some women. It's not like I had no female teachers. But it just seemed to lean heavier on the male side. It's typical.
Yeah, well, definitely atypical compared to mine, but I don't know how atypical it is now. What's up, boss? What's up, Kevin? It's what a salt gun, but if I shoot salt all over the floor, will it damage the floor or attract something? So salt attracts ants. So you gotta deal with that. But I don't use it indoors. I use it out here on the fucking porch. It's not gonna damage anything. You can shoot yourself with it. It stings, but it's not gonna hurt you. Like I'll do a sacrifice shoot a lot, dude. I'll be out here in shorts and want to land on my leg, and I'm like, I know it's gonna sting, but it's gonna kill this motherfucker. Pop. I'll take one for the team, as long as it ends in a fly death. Only good fly is a dead fly.
Fucking ants, man. I think we finally got them.
We've at least knocked down their numbers. you talk about the Dave Chappelle special? I haven't because I haven't seen it. So I have really nothing to say. All I've heard is other people's impressions about it. I have not, like, in there, and most of that just on Twitter. So I would rather not comment until I've seen it. I don't know when I'll see it.
Yeah, like, we're not gonna get Netflix just to watch the Dave Chappelle special.
Nope. I don't have Netflix. I think Netflix kind of sucks. Fucking flies. Driving me nuts. I will kill you all.
Yeah, we almost got it for, I think, fucking American Horror Story, and we found somewhere else had it.
Yep. Like, it doesn't get it. Like, Netflix had, like, 1984 way before what, like, Prime had it or whatever the fuck, but it didn't do us any fucking harm. We were both willing to wait for that shit. So, yeah, fuck Netflix. I really hate it. And so I'm not getting Netflix just to watch a Dave Chappelle special. And I really don't care enough to, like, pirate it either. Yeah. So I don't know when or if I'll see it. I guess I just don't care anymore. Like, stand-up comedy has, I don't know. It's kind of lost a lot of its luster for me as a medium, which is sad because I think it's such a necessary medium. But I feel like it's just reactionaries triggering reactionaries now.
Everyone's got the same fucking bit, like, you can't say what you used to.
Like, one of the things that drives me nuts about these types of comedians is, like, they're all doing this "I might get canceled" thing, and it's just like, you ain't getting canceled, motherfucker. You got a Netflix special and you think you're gonna fucking get canceled? Give me a break. It's just like, I don't know.
It's like, you can't say this anymore, but I'm saying it.
Yeah. You can't say trans jokes anymore. So here's a whole fucking special with nothing but trans jokes. And it's just like, okay. Like, I just feel like there's so much meat on the bone for discussion and so many absurd aspects of life that these comedians could dig into. And I feel like that so many of the popular stand-up comedians that everybody fucking loves. Lean back, baby. That's a fat, juicy target right there. Don't go anywhere, big boy. Oh, no. God damn it. If I had this thing cocked, he'd be dead, see? Lesson number 1. Keep your weapon ready to shoot.
God damn it, dude.
They're bastards. I've started with one hand to this for, like, the lower ones. See that big guy right there? Gotcha. God damn, he's big. I shredded his wings. He can't fly. Now I don't want him to get unstunned. No, too far away now. It's all right. He's dead. He's as good as dead. There's one. Dead. Fuck it.
Yeah, maybe we need to move away from the septic tank. That might help.
I mean, the septic tank is not, like, leaking. It's not. You can't smell shit coming out of it. It's covered right there.
Yeah.
It's Dinor's dog shit fucking graveyard that's doing it, if anything. Like, if we want a fucking villain in this story, it's Dinor. Dinor has brought this plague upon us. Well, actually, we haven't, because we just live on a big piece of land and don't pick up Dinor's shit, but that's what they're eating.
Yeah.
There's nothing else out here for them to eat. It's just dry bones and dead grass.
Yeah.
He brings a little moisture out there, and they go ape shit. They're like, oh my God, it's dog shit. Fuck these animals, man. Any animal that gets excited for dog shit deserves death. Dog shit, let's breed. Yeah, Dinor is the only thing bringing life to this land, but unfortunately, he's only bringing pestilential life. Horrible swarms of fucking flies landing on everything, constantly harassing everyone at the table. I'm just ready for it to actually get cold enough to kill these fucks. Like last night, do they not die when it's like fucking in the 40s? Come on. We need a good freeze. That'll kill everything. The first time it gets down to like 30 or something. Nope. Those edge ones. It always like ricochets off and saves them. Bastards.
I don't know, maybe the next place we get, we won't let it become a graveyard.
Yeah, we'll probably just have to follow Diner around and pick up his shit, or go out there with like a pooper scooper once a week or some shit, pick up his poo.
We just ended up just not caring.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, it's like an acre and a half of land here. I really don't care if there's dog shit on it.
Concentrated closer and closer to the house.
Yeah, that's true.
He used to like go out and do it over there, but now he's been doing it like right here.
Yeah, he picked a spot in the yard that's not too far from us. Dog shit central. It's okay though. Gives me lots of targets. I get lots of target practice. I've gotten deadly with this gun. I'm knocking them. Knocking them down. All right, that's enough. That's enough fly shooting for now. I'm looking like a Trump supporter because I've got a hat on and I've got a gun. Shit is getting a little bit hard to define now. Starting to get pretty fucking like... And a big beard? What about the long hair though? This is hippie shit where they're from. You're a hippie if you got this, dude. The big beard, if I had like a well-coiffed, you know, like business cut with this beard, I could see it looking a little Trumpy, but like, is this not a flag that says you're dealing with a stoner ass fucking hippie? I mean, come on.
I don't know. I feel like fucking like trying to like categorize people just by how they look is just dumb.
It is. Trump supporter is when wearing hat and wielding gun. Yeah, for sure. Especially like a fly-killing salt gun. Yeah, dude, for sure. Trump 2024, I guess. That's all it takes.
Yeah. You know my main reason for like thinking we'll still run Biden in 2024?
What?
Because Pelosi's older than him, and she's not retiring yet.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, dude. I get the feeling just from the little bits of scuttlebutt and shit that have dribbled out of the Biden White House that like they're kind of managing him. They realize that's unsustainable. You can't have a fucking forward-facing leader that's like
Falling asleep talking to her.
Yeah, just like losing where he is in the middle of speeches and getting all scared about it and bumbling and saying stupid shit. Like they need somebody that's got like some balance there. Somebody that's on the decline but hasn't hit the rock bottom yet would be perfect. But yeah, no, Biden is like a liability now. They're really trying to rehabilitate Kamala Harris's fucking image. Like they're really trying to figure out why people don't like her and see if they can like do enough photo ops to make people like her. And that's not how it works.
Yeah, I mean,
she's unlikable because of her personality. That doesn't change because she did a fucking photo op, bro.
Biden did kind of set her up for failure though. It's like, you're in charge of the border.
Well, yeah. Do not come. Do not come. Do not come.
Yeah, now they're trying to act like, oh, that's just something the Republicans made her. It's like, no, Biden literally said, like, you're in charge of figuring out the border thing.
Yeah, he put her in charge. He made her like the border czar or whatever the fuck. Can't make a cop likable by taking nice pics of her. A pig is a pig, yep. Well, that's just it. It's just like people don't like her because of what she's done with her career. And because she's like, she's one of those people that think she's being charismatic, but she's actually being annoying. AOC is one of those people too. Like I can't even, like, I've gotten to the point where I can't even listen to AOC speak. Her like condescending school marm teachery fucking tone. It's unlikable, bro. It's like it's what people who lack basic charisma do to fake charisma. Just doesn't have it. Can't do it. People don't like listening to her. People don't like the way she speaks to them.
At least she's not as bad as like Elizabeth Warren is extra school marmy.
Yeah, Elizabeth Warren is tough to listen to. So's Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg is really hard to sit and listen to, like, for longer than 5 or 10 seconds. You just start fucking zoning out. Your eyes cross.
I don't understand why they put so much effort into propping up a mayor from a shit Indiana town.
Because of identity politics.
Yeah, but
he was openly gay. Yeah, it didn't work because it's fucking stupid. But this is why the DNC has to go. This is why I fucking rally against the DNC so fucking hard, is because this is what they do. Instead of looking for a fucking politician that has actual progressive, at least, values, if not outright leftist values, they go out there and they comb the world for centrist corporatist gay people and centrist corporatist black people and put them up. You know,
yeah, it's like, you know what they want? A gay person that was also in the military.
Yeah, it's like, what? Who are you trying to please with this? How about you just find somebody that's got number 1 charisma and number 2 principles? Nah, that's not what they want. They want a puppet that's going to satisfy, like, they look at the world. This is what the DNC is doing. The DNC is like your mom or your grandma for a lot of you out there. They're trying to keep up with what the youngins are doing, but it's not working. Nobody's buying it. It's literally the fucking Steve Buscemi, hello fellow kids meme come to life. So they're looking at this move towards social and racial and justice, this move towards gender expression, and they're going like, oh, people want to be pandered to with that. Booty judge, bro. Super duper gay. Super duper corporate, hungry for that money, looking to go up. Let's put him. Let's do it with him.
A patriot because he fucking sat at a desk somewhere.
Yeah, they think that that's going to undercut. They're trying to undercut an old argument. Yeah. Like that whole, like, I served in the military shit. Yeah. You haven't even heard that shit in fucking forever. It used to be a big deal. That used to be a big fucking deal. There was a time where it was just like everybody was looking to undercut somebody for their lack of military service or whatever. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. So I don't know who they were trying to please with that. It's like they were trying to defuse a fucking Republican argument from 25 years ago. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you want to fucking make fun of him? He served your country. You know, it's like, we're so beyond that shit.
Like Trump, like, actively unserved his country.
Yeah. No, it's true. And most of the presidents since then have. Yeah. Clinton dodged the draft. Trump dodged the draft. Obama never served. I mean, I guess there was no draft, but I'm just saying, like, all these dudes, like, we've had this. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Phoebes is right. I think George H.W. Bush was the last person to serve in the military to win the presidency. It doesn't matter anymore. I was fucking 10 years old when H.W. was president, okay? It doesn't matter anymore. I'm 41. 30 years ago, that was an argument.
I don't even think Reagan did he?
Nope. Reagan was a fucking actor. Well, hold on. Reagan might have served. I can't remember. It doesn't matter though. The whole point is like that as an argument is
fucking yeah.
It hasn't been relevant since fucking Clinton, basically. I remember them going super hard on Clinton, like draft dodger. Fucking blah, 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 blah. Doesn't have the balls to serve his country, blah, blah. Yeah. That was the big argument, and it lost. It was a losing argument.
I guess Reagan did do it.
Yeah. A lot of people did. Like, it was way more common in Reagan's generation for young men to do at least one fucking cycle in the military, whether they saw active duty or not, notwithstanding. Doesn't really matter. It was way more common.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, it was like the other form of college or whatever.
Well, also for people that had a trajectory of power, it was
Yeah.
important for them to have that connection to the military. And so, like, look at what H.W. Bush did. His ascent was, he went through the CIA. He was the director of the fucking CIA for years. So his, service in the military allowed him an upward trajectory.
Yeah.
And now that's not so much of an upward trajectory anymore, because people no longer care whether or not a president has served in the military or not. Yeah, that's right. Bush Jr. was in the military. He was in the Air Force. So there is that. Air Force or the National Guard? I can't remember. Doesn't matter.
The point is, Trump did great, even though he actively draft dodged with his money.
Yep.
Clearly.
Reagan did not serve. Okay. Well, whatever. I really honestly don't care. We're talking about trivia now.
Yeah. The point is, the DNC didn't win any favors by picking Buttigieg.
No. He's a void of fucking charisma. But it's a place being run by people who are voids of charisma. They don't know what people want.
They just threw like a bunch of women on the wall to see what would stick.
Yep. And they picked horrible ones too, like just horrible, horrible people. Amy Klobuchar, just unelectable garbage. There are plenty of women, I'm sure, in this country that would make strong candidates. They just don't know how to pick them. I mean, look how much political capital the DNC flushed down the fucking failed dream of a Hillary Clinton presidency. Look how much money, how many times she ran. She ran against Barack Obama, and was the fucking, for the longest time, the DNC candidate. She fucking ran against Trump, failed. Look how much fucking wasted political capital trying to get over somebody who's just unlikable.
You were like talking about that the other day. Like, there's so many like movies from like the '90s that like had hope that we'd have like a female president by now.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, if you go back and look, a lot of the action movies in the '90s predicted like super progressive shit.
Yeah.
Like the black female vice president was predicted in Air Force One back in like '96. When the president is compromised and Air Force One is taken over by terrorists, on the ground, it's centered around what's her name? She plays the voodoo priestess.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, thank you. I wanted to say Angela Lansbury, and that's not her. But my brain was like, Angela Lansbury. So I had to go to you. Yeah, Angela Bassett plays the female vice president that takes over, and she's very competent and cool and calm and good under pressure and shit. And there were a lot of those action flicks. I'd have to make a compilation of them, but there's a lot. There was a lot in the '90s. There were a lot of like Madam President stuff, So it really like seemed like a foregone conclusion, I think, to a lot of people in the '90s.
I'm still like, no, you know what we need? An even older white man.
Yeah. Really old, really crusty. Think about how tragic the next Democratic primary would be. Imagine how tragic a lot of candidates will be. Nobody arguing for popular stuff, just empty. Yeah. Why do you think I checked out? Like, this is not, I don't mean to like fucking re-argue a point, but that's why I checked out of this whole electoralism shit. I've seen this transfer of fucking energy before, and I don't want to take part in it anymore. I like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I would have been a dude going like, yeah, lesser of two evils. You gotta vote for fucking Obama, vote for John Kerry. Lesser of two evils here. Come on, man. Oh my God, big ass horsefly. Can I get him? Oh, I got him. I nailed his fucking ass. See him down there?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big, fat fuck.
He's still twitching.
Yeah, he's twitching. Fuck him. Let him twitch. Let him fucking twitch.
Uh-oh.
What?
Got up.
He got up? No, he didn't. Get salted, bitch. The current state of the Republicans make it very dangerous not to vote against them. Okie doke. Well, go on about your business then. But get ready to take ownership every cycle of the shit lib. That's your trade-off.
It's like the fucking, I think, yeah, there was like a voting rights thing that was trying to counter all these Republican governors making it harder to vote. And they're just like, no, we're not going to get rid of the filibuster to protect voting rights.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Yeah, get ready to take ownership of it. Get ready to fucking take ownership of the fact that a candidate like Bernie comes along and gets scuttled because you're willing to fucking make the devil's deal and they know it. Why would they ever let a Bernie through? If they thought you were going to withhold your vote and actually mean it, and you stood fucking in solidarity with that, they might listen to you. But guess what? They know you're going to fucking roll over and vote for the old doddering, warmongering, racist rapist. So get ready to own that every fucking political cycle, and that'll be your fucking political job. Being the janitor, sweeping up behind that and going like, well, Trump would have been with it, maybe worse. I mean, for Haitians, I don't know. You're going to be that. That'll be your political advocacy from here till the fucking end of time, and that'll be great. You think pennies, you get pennies. You think dollars, you think dollars. I think dollars. So there you go. You want to just fucking like spend your political life absolutely fucking cleaning up for shit politicians. And on the other hand, if the Republicans win and do horrible stuff, it's your fault, Paul. Really? I didn't vote for them. How's it my fault?
Yeah, it's like a non-vote isn't a vote one way or the other.
Yeah. I refuse to participate. I have no confidence in the system. I didn't enable anything. What are you telling me, that I'm a locked-in Democratic vote? I just got done telling you I won't vote for them. So you're not listening.
It's like you fucking vote for the Green Party, it's the same fucking shit.
Give me a break, dude. You want to allow fear to let you cower under the skirt of a disgusting fuck like Biden, cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle, then you go right ahead. I don't give a fuck. Your political advocacy is yours. Your voice is yours. As a leftist who ideologically opposes them, you enable them? No, I don't. If I voted for them, I enabled them.
It's like literally a non-action.
Yeah. That's like saying fucking atheism is a religion.
Yeah.
Non-belief is a belief system. What? What do I hate about Biden? Go ahead and read Biden's 50-year legislative history. You'll find it to be full of austerity, outright racism, militarism, war hawkishness, and corporate fucking transfer of wealth. You will find Biden's fucking signature on all of that shit throughout his political fucking history. That's why I hate Biden. And guess what? He's governing as president that way.
Like fucking Delaware, I guess, is huge with like credit card lobbyists. So, like he made it harder to file for bankruptcy to help the credit card companies.
Yeah. His Department of Justice is actually fighting for Donald Trump in several cases.
Yeah.
Fighting to keep Donald Trump's fucking policies that were claimed to be illegal in place. It's fucking, it's absurd. Why do I hate Biden? Because he's a center-right corporatist. He's not a fucking leftist at all of any stripe.
We haven't gotten anything more done on fucking student loans.
Nope. Nothing.
All he did is extend the deadline or whatever.
Yeah. Like gave you a stay of execution.
Yeah.
It's fucked. He just lied his fucking ass off about everything, Marshall. He lied about being better on immigration. He's been worse. He's deported more people than fucking Trump in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
He's on track to be worse on immigration than Trump. But we're still having this fucking harm reduction conversation. Harm reduction unless you're a Haitian immigrant. Harm reduction unless you're a Mexican immigrant. Harm reduction unless you're a Central or South American immigrant.
Even Afghanistan refugees, like we're on track to like let in the lowest number of refugees ever.
Yep. It just starts to get, it starts to get absurd. The more it goes on, the more absurd it gets. The harder it gets for people to fucking defend it. And I'm not in that camp anymore, dude. I don't worry myself over defending shit libs. Fuck them. They're against me just like the Republicans are. I vote for libs because Republicans want to overturn Roe v. Wade and gay marriage, and they pack the Supreme Court. So yes, I own it. Then own it. Go for it. Own it. You realize that there have been just as many shitlib politicians as there have been Republican politicians in the last 40 years, right? So why didn't your shitlibs that you vote for every fucking cycle take care of that? Why didn't they pack the courts? Why weren't they fighting that fight if they care about Roe v. Wade? You think the fucking liberals give a shit about Roe v. Wade?
It's like, why didn't Obama fucking really fucking...
Anytime. Like right now, they've got a super majority. They've got the fucking executive and the legislative on lockdown. They could pack the fucking courts full of liberals. They're not doing it. Why? Because they don't want to, because they serve the same fucking masters. It's their job to be the ratchet that locks in the republicanism. So they drop the strap next time. And then they've got a villain to fight. They've been playing this fucking shadow puppet game with you guys forever. With the enemy being the Republicans. And in the background, they're fucking blowing each other. They're all over each other. Ideologically fucking indistinguishable on some issues. The fuck is that? So you want me to go vote for Republican light? No thanks. Because I have no confidence that the fucking shit libs will do anything to counteract Republicanism. Why aren't they packing the courts? Why aren't they getting rid of the filibuster and pushing through some of this shit? Why?
Like, they're not even willing to protect voting rights.
Nope.
To get more votes.
Nope.
Because they don't want to win every time. Because if they win every time, they don't have enough.
They got no boogeyman. They got nobody to actually serve business interests so that they can lock it in. Fuck them. You guys don't know a work when you see one? You really don't? Maybe it's because I grew up with fucking wrestling that I see what's going on here. You guys don't, look into wrestling terminology if you want to know what's going on in fucking politics. Somebody needs to make this fucking connection at some point. Because wrestling terminology applies so fucking well to politics. You do something for what's called a pop. When you get something and it pops, that means that the audience fucking reacted well to it. So you've got a fucking political system that's looking for a series of fucking emotional releases known as pops. You've got the heel and the face, right? The heel, the audience is there to hate them. The face, the audience is there to love them, but the face has to lose sometimes. Otherwise, the heel doesn't mean anything.
McConnell's a good heel.
Yep.
He's been like public enemy #1 by Democrats forever, and I think he loves it.
I'm not saying Democrats are good. I'm saying they're less bad. I get it, bro. Thanks for the $5. No, I get it. I get it. Your political advocacy is 100% towards arguing for the less bad. Horrible, bro. Why do you think the world is in the fucking toilet and spinning? Because of people like you. who settled for the less bad over and over and over again while they, both sides of the fucking political aisle, trashed the world and raped it. I don't participate in that anymore. I advocate for something different. So my political advocacy isn't locked to sucking the old wrinkly ball bag of Joe Biden. I can criticize him openly because he's against me just like Trump's against me. When's the last time we had a politician that was for us? When I say us, I just mean the average person. What up, dog?
I don't want to interrupt the rant.
No, it's all good. Come on in, bud.
I just saw you smoking moon rocks and keep the other day and thought you might be running low on flour.
I'm not. I just like smoking the moon rocks every once in a while, but hey, I appreciate you.
Well, I didn't know if you were low or treating yourself.
Yeah, I just cracked this open and you gave me this a while ago. I've been sitting on that bad boy. Thank you, homie.
Yep.
I appreciate you.
Something extra in there that you might like.
Oh, shit.
Something among us. So, but don't want to interrupt the rant. Keep on going.
It's all good, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate you, Zeke. Thank you, my brother.
Let me know.
Yeah. Oh. The legend, the man, the myth, the legend, dude.
Next time we see him, I'll tell him to stop.
I mean, yeah, that's for sure. Hey guys, proud socialist, anti-capitalist actor here. Buy McDonald's and vote for Biden because Trump's scary. There you go. You heard it there first, folks. Kennedy was the last true liberal Democrat. Maybe true.
Yeah.
Wasn't all that liberal, but yeah.
It was the 60s.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? It was the 60s. JFK would have saved America. Maybe so.
We'll never know. He could have been just as shitty.
Yep. Maybe worse. Who knows? What do people say? What do the people say nowadays that argued to push Biden leftwards? They say, "Oh, that was just a meme." Obviously, that's literally what I've heard is the whole push Biden left or bully Biden thing. Now it was a meme. They never intended for Biden to do that. They wanted Biden to be bad because they think that's somehow going to wake people up. And how you wake people up is not by advocating for the same fucking action that they've been doing. You know what the funny thing is? I get called the accelerationist. I'm called an accelerationist, which maybe I am, but these people don't take ownership of the accelerationism of the fucking actual left in this country being in bed with the center right over and over and over and over again with this blanket like boogly woogly harm reduction thing thrown in to get to fucking guilt trip people into voting for their shit candidates.
Well, it's like Biden sucking isn't going to wake people up and want them to vote for better Democrats.
No.
It's gonna make a lot of people to switch to Republicans. Like,
Yep.
all right, this isn't working, so let's try Republicans again.
Dude, that cartoon, there's a cartoon, I found it a while ago. I've got it on my computer somewhere, and I'm glad that I was able to find it. So I think somebody here helped me find it. It's, or maybe it was you,
Yeah, I think I might still have
but it is what it is. I mean, it's just a car parked in a narrow alley. Yeah. She's got it here. Look at this. It's kind of hard to see. It's not the most. So on the walls, it says Democrats and Republicans. And it's reversed. So it says, well, try reverse again. So it's like, you know, the idea is that it's Americans that are in this car here. It's that American center in the car. You know what I mean? And nobody's advocating to, like, why don't you turn the wheel left and try that? No. Crash, crash. Nope, nope. And that's how they win. And you advocate for the continuation of that, you're on the wrong side of history, in my fucking opinion, bro. I've never heard an argument that that's not what's going on. Ever.
The average person that votes, they're not fucking online 24/7 following all this political shit.
Nope.
They're looking at their wallet, they're looking at the gas prices, and they're like...
They're low information voters. They're not doing the fucking constant debate panels and bullshit. They're just watching Fox News and or CNN and or MSNBC and voting their political proclivities in their wallet. And if they get all fucking, oh yeah, well this candidate didn't do what he said he was going to do, so I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. How do you think Donald Trump won? You think there was just like this like silent majority of people that were just dying to vote for Trump? No, he came along and he fucking provided a somewhat anti-establishment message. He acted like, oh, I'm outside of the political process, and that resonated with a lot of people in the political center, people that have probably voted for fucking Bill Clinton and Barack Obama and shit. There's tons and tons of examples of people that voted for those politicians voting for Donald Trump.
And really, for the average person, it's just about what's in their wallet. If they have less money than when that person was elected, they're going to switch sides.
Yep.
No matter what caused it. It doesn't fucking matter that fucking the recession was because it started under Bush. A lot of people still blamed Obama.
Well, of course.
You know, maybe they had a right to because he didn't fucking actually hold anyone to account.
Nope. He didn't intercede in any meaningful way. So it is on his ass. That's just the, you know, I don't know. For me, that's it. It's like you got to defeat that argument to crack my egg.
Yeah, it's like that China hustle thing we just watched. That happened under Obama. It's like the recession just happened and they just found like a new fucking stock market fraud to eat some more people's pensions.
Yep. And Obama's entire regulatory apparatus ignored it and let it happen while people's fucking pensions disappeared down the rabbit hole of fucking fake Chinese companies. Still going on. Nobody gives a shit. Trust me. Think you could grab me a glass of water, babe?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Shoot some flies. You bastard. Die. 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 Who's next? Die. Who's up? Die. Who should we vote for in the UK? I don't give a fuck. Think I care about a UK? I don't give an F-U-C-K, all right? Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me, the one and only me. The TJ 2024 campaign has not approached me as of yet to discuss cabinet positions or possible vice presidency. I want that noted. I think I should have long ago been approached. And so at this point, if I am approached, I'm going to come into the conversation slighted. Thank you. Thank you so much, babe. Oh, that's cool and refreshing. That's good stuff. Man. Man. Why do you interact less with the subreddit now? Is that not a self-answering question? Look at that fucking place. It's a hive of scum and villainy. I post there every once in a while. It's more than they deserve. No, I just don't care. It's boring over there. They put me to sleep. Every time I go over there, they put me to sleep. Que dormir. Every time they put me to sleep. The epic Paul edits. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, there's some high effort ones. They are fun. I'll give you that much. They're fun. Can't wait for the Democrats to shuffle back on the voters and ask them for their own vote as if nothing happens. Where's Kamala, by the way? Hashtag where's Kamala? Yeah, they trotted her out on The View, which is like, I don't even know what their thought process was there. They're trying to rehabilitate her image. We're going to cover a story today about how she hired some kids to try and like make her look like a person. You know what I mean? Yeah, The View, bro. She went on The View to rehabilitate her image, man. No, what the fuck, man? No, no, no. Ow, what the fuck is that? Did I get stung? Or bitten by something? What the fuck? I don't think so. I think I was just leaning my foot against the fucking iron bar for a long time, and when I took it back, it fucking started hurting. Ooh-ah. Anyway, I gotta go. I got shit to do. I got things to prepare for. See you next time. Bye.